February 23rd, 2023. Dear Rachel, time is different now. I know that you can understand. Unfortunately, dear listeners, this is not something I am capable of simply explaining, and I don't ask you to take it for granted. Take nothing for granted in this world. What I can say is that I've decided to henceforth only include the original date and address in the text itself. In order to improve the format of the podcast, I will instead just say Rachel at the beginning of each episode. I will then end each episode with I'm Telesma Blueorb, and this is my diary. Being a 9-dimensional plasmoid who uses metaphor as a sort of 9.5 dimension, I can't always understand the fine points of what makes for good human content in 2023. I figure that at least this way, it will always be clear that I am not addressing the listeners, but that I am also addressing Rachel at any arbitrary space-time location that she occupies, and that this diary is at all times dedicated to her. But it is also dedicated to the listeners, and the people who want to understand what strange wits lurk about in ancient fens, and what wonders the sky plays host to. It is dedicated to the skeptics and believers, the people who have had strange experiences, and the people who just want a better world and strive for that. Thank you. Now, in northeastern Thailand, the people have many legends concerning the Phaya Nagas, or Naga kings, sacred giant serpents said to dwell inside of the earth, but who one can find in the waters connected to the Mekong River. There is a small forest said to be the portal between the world of humans and the Phaya Nagas' underground realm. This place itself is also surrounded by numerous legends. Really just a small wooded area housing a temple. Forest sits between two shallow lakes and is surrounded by small waterways to the north and south. One may get there by crossing Nakarat Bridge. It's said that when the river and lake beds flood, somehow escapes the flood. It seems to float atop the water, a floating island. The legends surrounding the Phaya Nagas are deeply tied to Buddhism and ancient cultural traditions that are widespread in Asia. The forest is the site of Temple. The Nagas, giant half-human, half-serpent demigods that live in the underworld, are first depicted in ancient Indian art and texts, but they are also talked about in many Asian traditions. The Phaya Nagas in particular are said to have the power to shapeshift, a power they use to trick humans, much like the Yakuruna, or water people, in indigenous Amazonian traditions. The Phaya Nagas are also perhaps most notorious among the Nagas today, as they are not only surrounded by ancient religious myths, they are also surrounded by legends and fantastical reports in the present day. According to one legend on the internet, in the late 1980s, a company who provides mobile cinema projection was told by a strange customer to go to project a movie program. The projection crew followed this person's instructions, set up projection equipment in the little wood, and began projecting movies. At first, nothing happened. But then a crowd of people showed up. According to one version of the legend, the men wore black and the women wore white, and all of the men moved to one side, while all of the women moved to the other, Then they stood and watched the movie program. Everyone was completely still and silent, and they expressed no emotions. Then, at 4 a.m., they all promptly disappeared. It was later discovered by the crew that these people were actually ghosts. In another version of the legend, the projectionists were instructed to set up in the woods at 5 a.m., and the people who showed up told the projectionists to stop playing the movie just after it started playing, because it was getting light. In this version, the moviegoers were not actually ghosts, they were, in fact, Nagas. Along the Mekong River between Laos and Thailand, each year people gather to watch the Naga Fireball Festival. It is said that at this time a great Naga shoots fireballs from their mouth and into the sky to beckon the Buddha to descend to earth from the heaven of 33 deities. The festival marks the end of Buddhist Lent. This legend was even examined by skeptical podcaster Brian Dunning, who concluded that the fireballs at the Naga Fireball Festival are created by soldiers firing into the sky. But for the people of this region, the Phaya Naga legends are deeply tied to their religious identity. The following two accounts come from the English-language news site published by the national Thai newspaper
Cowlitz.
In 2015, a temple administrator claimed to have found an actual fossil of a Naga. Thai experts claim the fossil was in fact an elephant molar.
คามูเอลจัดเริง
The temple administrator at
วัดท่าไม้เหนือ
Temple gave the fossil to Thailand's Department of Mineral Resources for investigation, Cowlitz English reported. However, the newspaper did not publish a follow-up story about the investigation's findings. Cowlitz English ran another similar story a few months later, however. A local couple in the town of
ร้อยเอ็ด
both said that they saw a small Naga in a pond nearby. The husband
สายันจอมคาสิง
said that when he saw the Naga while fishing, the moment the creature rose from the water, they turned instantly into bronze. Pilgrims began gathering at the couple's home as they had enshrined the bronze Naga there. So the police came to have the statue authenticated by Thailand's Department of Fine Arts to determine if it was a significant, quote, national treasure, unquote. This resulted in a mob of protest, Cowlitz English reported. The Department of Fine Arts said that the bronze Naga in fact had no archaeological or artistic significance. When it was returned to the police, there was another protesting mob that gathered at the police station, and the bronze Naga was quickly returned to the couple. Are there really giant serpents who dwell in the rivers and caves of Southeast Asia? In any case, one thing is certain. The world is full of suffering. Suffering is caused by desire. Free yourself from desire and you free yourself from a lot of suffering, and one can do that by following the Eightfold Path taught by the Buddha. Oh, that's actually 4 things, and they're the 4 Noble Truths. They're basically the premises upon which Buddhism is based. Thank you so much for listening. or watching and listening, or just reading. Or, if you're Rachel, simply having the original thought form manifold downloaded directly into your plasma embodied consciousness. God bless the Nagas. Love, Telesma Blue Orb. P.S. to all my lovely listeners, thank you so much for listening. If you ever find a factual error in my diary, please do let me know. I will include the correction in one of my entries. If you like, I will even give you a shout out. And as always, please see the references in the episode script, which is linked in the description. Please also press the subscribe button for more of my personal diary. Share this personal diary with your friends. And do not consider becoming a patron because I deleted my Patreon account.
Prélude à l'après-midi d'un faune by Claude Debussy as performed by Karl Frisch, and Rêverie by Claude Debussy are in the public domain.
Telesma Blue Orb's Earth Love Diary, copyright 2023 by Telesma Blue Orb and Rachel Nelson. All rights reserved. Be safe out there, friends.